I'll take a few more off of this edge right here. You see it's got a little thickness in here. I've got the platform set up to that lower side. It's got some issues in here. It's just a flake. So I'm going to see if I can't thin this area right in here. So I've got it set up to go this way. And I'm going to stay back here away from you. I don't know at what angle I should have that at for you to benefit the most from seeing it. So I'm going to stay back here away from it. And I might mention this too, that this bit is just a, I think it's like 3/16. So you can't work, I mean, I don't think you can. You can do anything you want to, but my way of thinking, this is more for, you know, smaller flake removals. You could probably put like a 3/8 or 1/4 inch or bigger bit, which I've seen freeze crack use, and take off, you know, well, work on a biface that's you know, palm size, something much bigger, you know, to where you could drive flakes. This is just a demonstration, or just a, you know, an idea. Something maybe that big this wouldn't do much, in my opinion, except maybe some blending flakes. But to really drive some bigger flakes across a piece, you know, that size, you'd need something bigger than this. But this is all I've got. So I'm going to use it till I learn a little bit more about how to use it. Then I may, at some point, get a bigger one. But, you know, there's not much that I can't do by way of thinning a piece, you know, that I can't do with this. And this is primarily what I use. This is just like 3/4. I know it's uncommon size to what most people use. I mean, I have the 1.5 inch, you know. And I even got 1.25 inches. I don't own an inch. This is 3/4. But it does real well for what I use it for. But anyway, let's see what we can do right here. Did nothing. If you don't first succeed, try it again. You see how that's bouncing back up. If you don't get out of the way, you're fixing to get whacked. It come all to pieces, but you see what I was trying to do was drive it on across there, and it went. And you can see where it went. From there to about right there. 3/4 of the way across it, and this piece is about 1.5 inches. That's what we're wanting to try to accomplish. And you can see it's in a real isolated area. With very little removal off the width. It's a good flake. I'm going to try one right here, coming off the other side. Now that one probably done more damage than it did good. Took a big bulb. And hinged. That one wasn't very good. So you can see you can create problems with it. Probably everything wasn't set up right. So it takes practice. I got much editing to do. Appreciate you watching. Alright, I'm back. I just want to show you. I've been continuing to work on this piece. Now I've got it pretty thin for the size. May not seem to you as if that it is, but to me it is. You see I've got a clunky, junky spot right there. And I'm going to try on camera to get that to come off. I've worked my way down this side from the tip, coming back this way with flakes, and have successfully moved them one at a time, coming back this way. I can get that little hinge right there off with a utility blade. I got it with my utility blade already. But anyway, this one right here, got some junk down here going on, but I'm not going to mess with it yet. I probably need to, because it's the base. You always get the base and the tip prepared before you do the middle. I may do that, then come back and see if this will be one that will break it. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the defining moment. Piece is pretty delicate already. Got the base pretty good shape. As far as thin goes, I can shape it up some, but here's the issues. Of course, you know this started out as a flake, and it's still a flake, and you can see it's got a concavity right there. But it's got mass right here. And get that in focus. Anyway, it's got mass right there on this side, and it's got mass right there on the other side. So this is where it's going to break, if it's going to break, and I expect it to break right there, but we'll see. If it does, it does. It's nothing but a rock until I get it made into something better. Trying to support it best I can. It won't take many of them. And it ain't going nowhere. Well, let's try this one. Right here. And it's going through a bunch of junk. If it goes. We'll see where it took off to. Ta-da! Went 3/4 of the way across it and took out all that junk and thinned that area. There's where it went. But we've still got the problem on the other side. The mass right there. Let's work on it. And maybe get this raised up a little bit more right here to this side, and come back and see if I can't break it again for you. Well, I decided to rather than break it, I would go ahead and pressure flake it into that concavity, and it's still there. You can see it goes all the way across it. But I got everything down to nearly that same profile, and I was able to put some pressure flakes across it too, right below it in the thicker spot there, that unless it was pointed out to you, you would think that was a shot that went from one side to the other. Kind of blended in with the rest of them. But I was able, with that indirect percussion, to get this thing, which was a flake, to a spot that it's not but about 1/8 of an inch thick. Might be just a tad over right in there. But all in all, most all that was done with that indirect. Of course, I got some touching up to do. And there's some places where I couldn't get all the way across, which I may be able to. But anyway, I was going to show you, and that's probably all I'm going to do with that piece for the time being on video anyway. It's not a very big piece. Make a cool big sandy though. Appreciate you watching. Maybe you'll be able to take something from the video that'll help you. No guarantees. In fact, I highly doubt it. Not many stacks or anything like that. No real issues as far as hinges. I was able to clear all those out pretty good. That one I've not worked on yet, but anyway, it works. Later.